Hey everybody, so thank you so much for clicking this video. I know I haven't uploaded in a long time, but hopefully this video will make up the 4 weeks I did not post a video. So, a lot of you have asked me to show my art collection, so I'm going to show you my sketches, my sculptures, my paintings, etc. And I've been taking art class since I was 9 all the way to 15. I don't take it anymore just because it's a long way in Toronto and I don't like commuting all the time, going back and forth. So we're going to begin with some really embarrassing pictures. These were when I was around like 10 or 9-ish, and they're not that good. But I have made very much progress in the future pictures you'll see in just a few minutes. These pictures aren't so clear. I took them with my iPhone. I didn't want to take the Canon. So I just did a really quick, take really quick pictures and put them together in iMovie. So now we're going to move on to full body pictures, and as you'll see, I've started to sketch a little bit more than just freehand drawing. And these are just copies of other sketches from other books that I've used. Some of my artwork you'll see on Instagram. I have Instagram for those of you who want to follow me. My username is of course at Sweetbaycharms. So if you want to follow me, go ahead. And so this one is one of my favorites. You can see that a lot of shading is into it, and if only the picture was clearer, you can see the detail. This one's also very cool. This is 3 people in one picture, but the head got cut off. Oh no, it didn't. And then we went on to fashion, and again, these are pictures, copies from other books that I copied from. This one's not that good. We also started to color in them. But then we went back to sketching. And then this one was also very nice. The next picture isn't so nice. I didn't really like this a lot. It looked really weird. Okay, so then we started to use pencil crayons and Sharpie, which is just a fine point marker. And then we went on to draw some wedding pictures, which I really liked. Wedding dresses, not wedding pictures. And then for the final thing I drew was this thing that I copied off a really nice artist. And then we started to draw some of these illusions. And if you take a look at one of these pictures, I turned one of the sketches into a painting, which we'll see right now. This tree isn't supposed to be here, but we did start drawing trees as well. And now we'll go back to illusions. And so we have some more illusions, and then we went back to trees. Palm trees, some regular trees, and this next picture isn't so good. The shading is really sketchy, so I didn't really like it. This one is really nice. The detail is really correct and accurate. And then we drew a picture of a lovely barn. So here are just some of my school projects in grade 10 and grade 9. So first of all, I have this fish drawn with pencil crayons, and this was in grade 10. It was just a little exercise, and it's just using regular pencil crayons. This one was really nice. I really liked the effect it gave off, the 3D-ness. Next one, I have a picture of me. Well, if it does look like me. This one was a grade 9 ISU art summative, and you just had to draw a portrait of yourself and also do a painting and also do a sculpture of yourself, which I'll show you later. But this is the sketch. This is a grade 10 little assignment where you had to do a motif color wheel, and I kind of went creative, and since I love Converse, I did a Converse color wheel. And I don't know, like, I was inspired by people on Facebook who used to put like their shoes together in a star, and so that's where I got the idea from. But I've never actually seen anyone do like a color wheel like this before, so I thought this is really cool. Next, this is grade 9 assignment, Egyptian assignment, where you had to just basically write up any kind of story you want. It didn't really matter. What it mattered was it had to look like Egyptian. And so I just, wrote it in a font and burned the paper and crumbled it up and soaked it up with coffee. And I really like the effect it gave off. Looks really unique and old. And here's just a grade 10 assignment. We had to do this watercolor technique. I know, so I'm just going to lift up. Hopefully it's not too blurry. Okay, so we have this wine glass over here. That was the first one I did. The second one I did was that one over there. And this one is iceberg. And that one is a little, it's a little house. Okay, so this one right here is just a portfolio I bought from Michael's, and it has some of the bigger projects I've worked on over the years. And this is also, oh, my dog's here. Lily, wanna say hi? Lily, hey. Hi. Oh, you're so cute. Okay, so, stop looking at everything. She's looking at the papers everywhere. It's gonna get all wet. Lily, go back to your cage, Lily. Okay, good girl. Okay, so, look at that. See that? It's just saliva. Anyways, so it has some of the bigger projects I worked on for a couple of weeks. And some of them really do suck, but most of them are pretty good, and that's why I keep them in here. So here's one of my first watercolor paintings. It was this flower. It wasn't so good. My voice cracked. And then we have some landscapes. And I did these when I was like 10, I think. So they weren't so good, but I still like these a lot. Here's just one of the color wheel and just practicing mixing up the colors. There's a bear, and an elephant. And then there's also a giraffe, which I love the most. This one is really nicely done. And then the couch is my first watercolor painting, actually. And then we went on to do some sketches, and these are all in my portfolio, by the way. So these are just some pencil sketches. And the last one was really detailed and complex. And then we started to draw human beings. This is the first ever portrait I've ever drawn in pencil and detail. And then you'll see later on that I've gotten better and better. The first few pictures were a little but then they got really good. I think I draw males better than females, just for some reason. And then there's a few pictures of males. This one I really liked. I love the details. Amazing. I can't believe I even did that. And then this one is really, really huge. And so I kind of just used like up the whole pencil. And this is the last one I did. And then we did some charcoal paintings. Oh, just sketches actually. If I have not already showed you. And this one is at the best. I don't particularly really like it, but I think this is like my second or third try in this kind of class. Next, I have this one is actually my first person to ever draw, and I drew another picture of her. This was actually my second. These are real life people, like they're not from pictures, they're people. Here's another picture. Sorry, my hair. Okay, and oh wow, this one's my favorite. This one is very nice. My hands are getting all dirty from touching it because it's drawn from charcoal, and you all know, for those of you who use that kind of media, it's very, very dirty. And hard to draw with. And let's see. Oh, and this one. So this is the last one I did. The picture is very fuzzy, but this was actually really nicely done. Next, I'm going to show you some paintings that I did in a separate art class, not for my school. This is the last one before I stopped taking art classes. I actually love this one. It's sitting right in front of my room. And also for the grade 9 ISU I mentioned, summative assignments. Here's the sculpture version of my face. Here's the painting I did out of cardboard that I never finished. It looked nice, so I just put it up on my wall. Here's another painting I did, which I love. And this is another art assignment in my school in grade 9. This is a grade 10 watercolor painting that I did all of myself. I'm very proud of it. And also another kind of painting I did in my art class. And here's another one. And then next up you'll see just paintings above my bed, which I also have on Instagram. And here is just some Chinese versions. I'm not sure how you say it. Chinese ancient kind of watercolor kind of painting. Anyways, I hope you like this video. If you do, please like it, comment, share, and subscribe. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. If not yet, then a Merry Christmas Eve, a safe holiday, and also a Happy New Year. Thanks for watching this video. Bye!